Okay, Colin, I've put you up here next to Christian Walker, who was our sample video, and the very first thing that I want to talk about is your stride. I can't draw on it when I have split screen, but I want you to see, use the net down by your front foot and watch how as you come down, you're actually coming down backwards. And this is common with a lot of our guys, and it causes us to land heavy. We're not reaching with our front foot, but we're actually putting weight down on our front foot. Comparatively, as you watch Christian Walker, like all of our other major leaguers, you can see how he gains ground. We've been talking about this summer gaining ground and getting into the ground. He gains ground and gets into the ground. You're hanging, which is okay, but again, look at your left foot next to the net, and you can see how you're coming down backwards and getting rather heavy, whereas Walker is reaching. And you can even see he's getting a little bit of motion back with his hands, just a little bit. He's just walking away from his hands. You're a little bit still, and you can see you're actually starting to come slightly forward with your hands as your foot's coming down. So you can see, how he's in a better loaded position. The other thing that I'd like to call your attention to, and again, this is all long-term stuff for the winter, you can see how his bat is much more at the optimal 45-degree angle. It's not a golden rule, but it's something that most major leaguers follow. You can see how your bat is well past a 45-degree angle, and I think getting more upright would be a lot easier to come out of the slot. So now let's take it further. As Walker hits by reaching, now this is what we're going to spend a lot of time on in the winter. You can see immediately as you stare at his belt buckle, it's immediate hip engagement. Immediate hip engagement without his hands coming forward. You can see as your heel's coming down, your hands are just leaking a little bit. See that first move as your hands are coming down. Walker is getting that hip turn and that back elbow dropping. You can see that your back elbow and hands are coming together because you're not getting as much of a stretch with your hips. Now, Walker, because he's gotten a good reach and into the ground and immediately heel up, heel down, but engaging that lower half, back elbow works independent of his hands. Just watch the white batting gloves. See the straight path they're able to take to the ball as he loads well and has his hip turn, pull the bat out of the slot with back elbow independent movement. As your hands come a little bit first, you can see how your hands are down, 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 as opposed to Walker's being straight out and out to the ball. And that's why we get, you can see just a little bit of an around action. You can look at the difference between where your bat is and where his bat is at the same point, which allows him to go straight to it, whereas we get a little more of a sweeping type of action to it.